Growing up, my parents and relatives would always tell me not to believe what other people say when not backed up with proof. With the principle of the phrase, the end justify the means. I think that Mr. Butler, who made his Hawks become TripAdvisor's #1 restaurant in London, is justified in what he did. He showed us that people are having a hard time recognizing deception. He made us realize how powerful the social media platform is and how people can be fooled and manipulated by bad people through social media that could lead us into unthinkable results. He made us aware what bad things could happen if we don't learn to differentiate the truths and lies, what's deception and satire in this platform. In my opinion, what Mr. Butler did was a great eye-opener to let us see how helpful but at the same time twisted and chaotic social media can get based on how we use it. In this story, we can see how consumer behavior works. Since the Shed and the Dulwich became the top 1 restaurants in London, many people have taken interest in it and want to visit and experience their service. Many people, local and tourists, felt the need and desire to visit the place since the place is almost perfect and too good to be true that customers wouldn't ask for more. Since the Shed and the Dulwich became the most famous restaurant in London because of their positive reviews online, people started to plan and gather information. The purchase decision occurs when the people started to call and email the said restaurant to ask their exact location and asking for a reservation. When Mr. Butler decided to make the restaurant a reality, some people were happy and some were disappointed. Since the restaurant was made on the spot, they were not able to prepare or get a professional who knew the food service industry. Their service was a failure, which was a reason why they received a bad reviews. After reading the story, I realized that social media is really scary. Many people have abused social media for their own benefit. There are many people who have been victims of social media scamming. For example, Shopee, because I am the one of the victims. There are sellers who sell and will put good and nice photos of the items you intended to buy, but when it comes to you, it is far from the photo they provided. Similar to the story, ranking and reviews on social media can be easily manipulated. Think before you click is one of the lessons I learned in the story. Also, I learned that we shouldn't trust social media in all aspects, especially in reviews because it can be easily manipulated. Always check and verify all information to avoid scammers. Lastly, I think social media is a powerful platform that can help tourism and hospitality enterprise in creating awareness. Social media helps in promoting and advertising their business easily as it's accessible. Through social media, they will get to know areas where the tourism services are weak. Thus, it will make the traveling services better. This also helps to build more network and customers. But there's also a downside. Just like in the story, it is now easy to manipulate reviews and feedbacks online. There are many people who will give negative reviews to a seller even though it is not true. Because of such events, the reputation of a company like a travel brand can be affected. So before using social media, you should know the consequences. Always think before you click.